Hey there, this is Katherine Cartwright. Welcome. Today I am sharing some items I picked up from my local Michael's. This is the Recollections brand. They had a ton of Christmas stuff. So this is all Christmas related. They had a bunch of paper pads. I bought quite a few, but I think there were one or two more. I mean, my store had a ton of products. So I was super happy to see that. And I'm going to go through each of the paper pads. I'm just showing you this one is a vellum. So there was a Holly Jolly that was a paper pad, but also has the vellum, and I'll show you that in just a minute. They had a couple of boxes of card bases, already pre-made, pre-folded cards, and this is a set of 50, and they had some solids, so the solid set, and then they had a set, I believe, that has patterns, and I'll link that all in the description. I'll link all their stuff. I'm just showing you the colors, and then I decided, I need to pull all of these out. So once I decided to start showing you each of them, I should have just pulled them all out. But so there's some green ones. There are 3 shades of green. So there's a kind of darker color, and I put the medium one back in there, so I have to pull that back out. So sorry about that. These videos just kind of flow. I don't really have a lot of ideas for them except just to show you what I'm getting. And so there's a really bright one, a medium tone of green, and then a darker. And then I love the 2 colors of the red. Really pretty. The price point was really good. They had a coupon as well this week online, and then you get the envelopes too. So a lot of fun to be had with that. I'll show you, I think, the weight in just a second. I think they're about 67-pound weight, so they're not the heaviest card bases. But when you need to make a bunch of cards, it's a great way to get started. All right, I picked up some stamps. They had these really cute ones that have a nutcracker in it. They also had some fun shaped dies, some larger dies that would fit A2 cards. This snowflake I am in love with. There was that Christmas tree. They had a stocking. This is the stocking. They also have an ornament, which I have not picked up yet, but I probably will, ornament dies. And then there are some stencils, gingerbread house, and a nutcracker. I can't wait to try out the nutcracker. And then they had these really cute little small stamps. They're a little under 2 inches, about 1 3/4 inches to 1 7/8 inches. So just under 2 inches, but super cute. This one has the little things you can add to your wreath. There was a snowman. I picked the snowman up. And then there are a couple more, maybe a snow globe and a 4th one I can't think of right now. And then there's some fun glitter, specialty glitter. And so let me go ahead and get started on these paper pads. 24 pages, double-sided. This one is Merry Maximus, which is really fun. Very bright and colorful, very whimsical. Got some little cut-aparts here that you could use for the front of cards or for tags. And then also for scrapbooking if you wanted to. I love the little smiley face with the Santa hat. I definitely will make a card for my daughter with that. She loves the little smiley face things, and so I definitely, look at the cute little background paper of it too. I definitely will make her a card using that and send that to her off at school. Okay, and then there's some little ones. I guess you could maybe use a scan and cut or something like that, a die cutting machine, electronic die cutting machine to cut those out. There weren't dies or anything to go with that. I was curious about that. Okay, so that's Merry Maximus. And then we have Christmas Noel, very cute, with some browns in here. Here's some of those little cut-aparts, very cozy with the little snow globe with the snowman in there, candy cane paper. I love this one. How cute are these? A little sheet of presents, the cute background of looks like kind of like snow in the air. We've got some stripes. This is a great one. I can see making a ton of cards with this one. Very excited about the color palette on this and love having some stripes and things like that that will allow you to make a bunch of different things. I mean, you could use for winter or for Christmas for sure. Okay, there's a Let It Snow. Love the candy cane. And then we've got a little bit of holly leaves, and that is Christmas Noel. Okay. Holly Jolly is up next. There is a separate pad that is vellum, and I should say these are 6x6 paper pads. They did have 12x12, but I just got the 6x6 because I really am a card maker. I don't scrapbook very much anymore at all. I really just love to make cards, and so that's kind of where I am. a cute little Merry Christmas and a fun modern pattern. So cute. And then I love these little tags here. You could cut these apart and use these for gifts, or you could add them to the front of a card, use 2 or 3 of them. I think that would be really fun. And I'm just trying to show you some of these, I need to turn them around so you can see the patterns on there. Got some bows here, and I thought this was a sweet one, this little deer, this tiny little deer, very subtle background. I love the holly. It is just gorgeous. And then we have some trees and some more bows, and the cute little dog and kitty in front of the tree for your scrapbook, and then some more cut aparts with some of that kind of vintage look. Okay, and here is the vellum. So a decent weight. It's I don't know if I showed you the front of that with the weight on it, but it's got some nice weight to it, and there's those little tiny deer again that are so cute. And we've got Santa. We have some holly here, and they're different shades. So some of these are clear or white, opaque, I guess, but red or pink. And then this, I love this one with the presents on the front of it. And then we have a green one, merry and bright. And we round it out with a sheet full of ornaments. So very cute. Okay, 41 pounds on that, almost 42 pounds on that vellum. Okay, and this one, Believe in the Magic, so cute. Very different color palette. We've got a lot of blues, some pinks, a little purple thrown in here, and very elegant, walking in a winter wonderland. So you could use these for obviously winter cards. We've got some writing on this one about Christmas. And this one has some glitter that they just, I guess, took a picture of. It looks really great. And then some cut aparts here. I love that purple snowflake. I have a deep affection for snowflakes. Never see them anymore where we live. We used to live in Denver for 3 years. And we would see snow quite regularly. And it was always a magical experience every single time. When you don't live in it for that much, it is really something special. So I miss seeing snow. I miss the seasons changing. But I don't miss, driving in snow. That was always very nerve-wracking. Okay, and that beautiful wreath. And then we got kind of some crystals here. Just really fun. A lot of variety. That's Frosted Fairy Tale. Okay. Gingerbread Forest. I am in love with. I love how the browns, this like a sweater pattern, cozy, cozy, cozy. They had some, I will say they had some ephemera listed to coordinate with these paper pads on the website, but my store does not have them. My store had paper pads, it had stencils, it had stamps and dies, it had the little glitter, specialty glitter, things like that, but they did not have any of the ephemera yet. They did have some die cut stickers that you might be interested in, but again, I did a general search of Recollections Christmas, and so that will be a link in the description, and that will pull up all of the new Recollection Christmas products that they've got out. So some of them might be available in a store near you. My store just did not have everything, but I have a ton of ideas for the gingerbread. Okay. Up next, we have this beautiful palette, more of a kind of muted sort of gold. There were no foil elements in this, I noticed in this year's paper pads. Sometimes in some of the other ones, at least in the 6x6 that I purchased, I did not see any foil elements. A lot of times they'll have little foil things in them. They did on the Halloween pad that I just worked with, but I did not see any foil elements on this, but they are still really, really pretty. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I think that would be fun to add to something like a 6x6 card and pop that into an easel. Very fun. We got some borders here, and then some little reindeer. We've got a little Santa here, vintage for sure, Santa carrying his basket. And then Oh Holy Night and some more cut aparts here. Very cute. But they do have some things, if you scrapbook, for sure. That's Holiday Tidings. This is Jules and Jolly. So another different non-traditional color palette here. We've got some really bright teals and purples and pinks. So very festive. Love this. Has kind of a vintage vibe a little bit to me with the colors. and some of the designs, like this one here, is very 60s to me. So very, very cute. But I love the little ornaments and Pop Fizz Clink. So I could see making a lot of tags with these, and then adding some of the cut aparts on there. Like you could make this gifts for wine bottles or something like that. If you took a gift to someone, it'd be very fun. Some cut aparts here, just really, really cute. So that's Jules and Jolly. And then Peppermint Plaid. A lot of what it says on the front is what you get. You get a lot of plaids. We've got some snowflakes here. We have some really cute borders with Santa. And then this has little nutcrackers on it. So cute. And then we have some really good plaids on the opposite side that you can use for your holiday cards or for fall or winter. You can make these work. Santa's old-fashioned candy canes. I could eat some candy canes right now. We've just come out of, we're getting ready, I should say, for Halloween, but I'm already thinking of candy canes. So this pad is inspiring me. Okay, so these are all the products I picked up. Be sure to check back. I'll have videos on a lot of them. I'm going to work with several of the paper pads, and then I will work for sure with the stencils too. I'm really curious to try them out. So thanks so much for watching. Happy crafting. Have a great day.